Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today we are diving deep into the technical mechanics of RDR2. We at Teknobalta have analyzed a common issue where players cannot find bounty hunting posters after reaching 100% completion. This is not necessarily a bug, but rather a limitation of the game's scripted mission architecture. In this video, we will provide a comprehensive root cause analysis and technical solutions to restore or expand your bounty hunting experience. First, let us look at the root cause. RDR2 uses a finite mission trigger system for bounties. Unlike the first game, bounties in the sequel are unique, scripted events with specific dialogue and narrative outcomes. Once you have captured all targets in a specific jurisdiction, the game engine disables the poster asset at the sheriff's office. We at Teknobalta observed that many players expect an infinite loop of generic bounties, which is only present in the online mode. If you have reached 100% completion, you have likely exhausted the primary bounty pool. However, there are technical pre-checks we must perform to ensure no scripts are hung in the background. Step 1. Verify your total completion progress in the game menu. Navigate to the Progress tab and select Total Completion. Check the Bounties section. It requires at least 5 bounties for 100% completion. If you have completed more than 5, the game may have stopped spawning them by design. Step 2. Check the in-game time and weather conditions. Certain bounty triggers are disabled during nighttime or during active town disturbances. We recommend sleeping in a hotel, such as the one in Valentine, to reset the world state. If the poster still does not appear, we need to check the town-specific availability. There are specific bounties in Valentine, Saintdenis, Rhodes, Blackwater, and Tumbleweed. In the late game, specifically the Epilogue, new bounties become available in the New Austin region. If you are playing as John Marston, head to Tumbleweed and Blackwater. These areas contain bounties that are often missed during the transition from the main story. We at Teknobalta have confirmed that there are exactly 12 unique bounty missions in the base game. Once these 12 are completed, the sheriff's offices will no longer display new posters. This brings us to the technical solution for players on PC who want more content. Since the game logic is finite, we must use modifications to enable infinite bounty hunting. We recommend the Bounties Expansion mod. This mod adds procedurally generated bounty missions to the game, similar to the system in the first RDR2. To install this, you will first need the script hook RDR2 by Alexander Blade. Download the latest version from the official source to ensure compatibility with the latest Rockstar Games launcher update. Extract the dinput8.dll and script hook rdr2.dll into your main game directory. The default path is usually Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, REDDEADREDEMPTION2. Next, download the Bounties expansion files. Place the ASI file and the associated folder into the same directory. We at Teknobalta suggest using AMOD Manager to keep your installation clean. Once installed, launch the game. You will notice new bounty icons on the map that were not there before. These missions are technically dynamic, meaning they will respawn after a certain period of in-game time. Now, let us discuss why your posters might not be showing even if you haven't finished all 12. Sometimes, a bounty target is linked to a random encounter in the world. If you have an active bounty on your own head, the sheriff's office will be locked. Go to a post office and pay off all your bounties across all states. This clears the player's wanted status and allows the mission scripts to initialize. Another technical reason is the script queue. The game can only handle a certain number of active world events at once. If you have a pending letter to read or a camp request, the bounty poster may be suppressed. Open your Satchel and read all unread letters and documents. This often triggers the next stage of world progression. We at Teknobalta also recommend checking the integrity of your game files. On Steam, right-click the game, go to Properties, then Local Files, and click Verify Integrity. This ensures that no corrupted script files are preventing the bounty posters from loading. If you are on a console, clearing the system cache is the technical equivalent. Turn off the console completely and unplug it for 30 seconds. This flushes the temporary data and can resolve script hangs. Now, let's talk about the post-game content. Many players feel the world is empty after 100% completion. Technically, the game shifts from a narrative-driven experience to a sandbox survival experience. You can still engage in legendary animal hunting and herb gathering. But for bounty hunting specifically, the game expects you to move to the online component. RDR2 Online features the bounty hunter role, which provides infinite, tiered missions. However, we at Teknobalta understand that many prefer the single-player atmosphere. This is why Modding is the superior technical solution for PC users. Beyond the Bounties expansion, you can install the Law mod. This mod overhauls the crime and bounty system, making it more realistic and challenging. It changes how the NPCs react to your crimes and how the lawmen track you down. Technically, it modifies the dispatch.meta files to change spawn rates and lawman types. We at Teknobalta have tested these modifications for stability. Ensure your VRAM usage is within limits when adding script-heavy mods. RDR2 is very sensitive to memory overflows. If the game crashes after installing a bounty mod, check your assaloader.log. This log file will tell you exactly which script failed to initialize. Often, it is a version mismatch between the script hook and the game executable. Always keep a backup of your save files before experimenting with mods. Save files are located in your Documents folder under Rockstar Games, RDR2 profiles. Let us move on to advanced optimization for the late-game world. As you reach 100%, the save file size increases. This can lead to longer loading times and occasional stuttering in dense areas like SAINTDENIS. We at Teknobalta recommend enabling the Vulkan API instead of DirectX 12 for better stability. Vulkan handles the game's complex draw calls more efficiently on most hardware. If you are using an NVIDIA GPU, ensure that G-Sync is enabled to smooth out frame time variances. Frame time consistency is crucial when the game engine is processing multiple background scripts. Back to the bounty hunting mechanics. There are also hidden bounties that do not appear as posters initially. These are triggered by visiting specific locations or helping NPCs in distress. For example, the bounty for Otis Skinner in BLACK WATER has specific prerequisites. You must have completed the mission Gainful Employment in the Epilogue. If you skip this mission, the subsequent bounty posters will not spawn. We at Teknobalta suggest checking your mission log to see if any Epilogue missions are pending. Even at 100% completion, some side missions may remain if they were not required for the trophy. Technically, the 100% checklist is a subset of the total game content. You can actually finish the checklist without doing every single bounty. This is why some players think they are done, when there are still posters left to find. Check the Sheriff's Office in Ansburg and Strawberry as well. These locations are often overlooked by players focusing on the main hubs. If you have checked every town and no posters appear, then you have officially completed the scripted content. At this point, the game's logic dictates that the world has been cleaned up of major outlaws. This is a narrative choice by Rockstar Games to show the end of the outlaw era. But as technical experts, we know that the fun shouldn't have to end. Let's look at another MOD called Contractor. This MOD allows you to take on assassination and kidnapping contracts. It functions similarly to bounty hunting, but with more variety in objectives. Technically, it uses the game's existing NPC spawning logic to create targets in remote locations. We at Teknobalta find this to be an excellent way to utilize the massive map after the story ends. To install Contractor, you will need the LML, or Lenny's MOD loader. LML is a more advanced way to manage assets without overwriting original game files. Download LML and place its contents into the main folder. Then create a folder named LML and drop your MOD files there. This technical setup prevents game corruption and makes updates much easier. Now let's address the sleep method mentioned by some players. Sleeping for several days in a row forces the game to clear its temporary entity buffer. If a bounty poster was supposed to spawn but didn't due to a nearby event, sleeping will reset that trigger. We at Teknobalta recommend sleeping for the maximum allowed time, then waiting 5 minutes of real time. This allows the background scripts to finish their cycles. If you are still seeing no posters, your save file has likely flagged all bounty missions as completed. You can verify this using a save editor tool. A save editor allows you to look at the internal flags of your progress. You can technically uncheck a bounty mission to make it reappear. However, this is advanced and should be done with caution. We at Teknobalta suggest only doing this if you are sure a mission glitched out. For most players, the lack of posters is simply the end of the road for that mechanic. It is a testament to how much players enjoy the bounty system that they want more after 100%. To summarize our technical findings: 1. Bounties are finite scripted missions, not infinite dynamic events. 2. 100% completion usually means you have finished the required pool. 3. Check new Austin towns like TUM, BLEWEED for late-game bounties. 4. Clear your own bounty and sleep to reset world triggers. 5. Use MODs like Bounties Expansion for an infinite experience on PC. We at Teknobalta believe that the community-driven MODs are the best way to keep this masterpiece alive. The RDR2 engine is incredibly robust and can handle these additions with ease if configured correctly. Always ensure your hardware is running cool, as the game is demanding on both CPU and GPU. High temperatures can cause script lag, which might interfere with mission spawns. We hope this technical breakdown clarifies why your bounty hunting has come to a halt. Remember, the world of RDR2 is vast and full of secrets even after 100%. Keep exploring, keep modding, and keep pushing the limits of your hardware. We at Teknobalta are always here to provide the technical expertise you need for your gaming journey.